So I didn't really see this topic as being worthy of yet another video, considering I'm pretty sure I talked about it some time ago, and I feel like I sufficiently covered anything I wanted to say about this happening. But as I looked more into it this time, it turns out that they have gone about this a completely different way to what we saw last time, and this literally confirms my own theories from my video Roblox created new default avatars. Plus, this time it seems to have caused a little bit of drama and sparked a lot of discussions, and like 90% of the time I tend to just sit on the sidelines and passively watch as everyone discusses and throws their opinions into the mix, and the remaining 10% of the time is when I will quietly tiptoe into there, drop my thoughts, and then quietly tiptoe back out of there to watch as everyone takes my opinion into account. Rest in peace, bacon hairs. According to Bloxy News, you are no longer required to pick a gender, and instead you are greeted with an androgynous avatar. What nickname are we gonna call this one? We mourn our fallen friend bacon hair. I swear, this is like the third time that we have had to say goodbye to the bacon hairs, but for some reason it feels far more real this time, and to be honest with you guys, the conditions at which we must lose the bacon hairs this time are a lot more preferable than the first time around. Androgynous by Google definition literally just means partly male and partly female in appearance, which I suppose could apply to the new replacement default starter avatar, but a far more simple way of putting it would be that this character does not have a gender assigned to it. It's just something for people to start off with, and the second they finish creating their account, the freedom to customize themselves however they want comes into play. Hello there, please make sure to leave a like on this video to become my favourite person in the whole entire world, and of course please make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already so that we can reach our goal of 270,000 subscribers. So for the longest time, and probably since the beginning of Roblox's time, they have required you to enter a gender or select a gender when you sign up to the website. Roblox said non-binary rights, but at what cost? Gender can still be changed in settings, but doesn't change the default avatar. Okay, I know a lot of people aren't gonna know what a lot of these terms mean, and there is nothing wrong with that because there is always someone that can help educate you. Just remember that pretty much everything you ever do or know in your life is something you had to learn at one point. A quick explanation for non-binary would probably be a person who identifies as neither male nor female, and these people usually go by they/them pronouns, and that's basically it. There is nothing about this term that's difficult to understand. Some people just don't feel like they belong to male or female, which is why the whole Roblox gender option was such a big problem, because when you were creating an account on Roblox prior to this update, they required you to select a gender, but the only options they allowed were male or female. But typically when a website requires you to input your gender, they will also have the additional options of other or prefer not to say, which provides options to people who don't identify as male or female, and also options to people who just don't want to dish out this personal information absolutely anywhere. The whole gender thing still sits in your Roblox settings, and I believe there is still only two options, but ultimately this is far less intrusive than having it be an entire required option to create an account, and if you don't choose one or the other, you just can't sign up to the website. So I must say here that I do commend Roblox for trying to resolve that by completely removing the gender tab from the sign up page, and for also changing the default avatar from what was supposed to be either a male character or a female character into one collective gender neutral starting avatar that gets given to absolutely everyone. I guess this can be seen as a more controversial topic, but I need to let everyone know right now that on my channel, that is just not how things are, because we are not about to invalidate people for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I'm just trying to make YouTube videos, I'm just trying to entertain people, and I want every single individual in my community to feel like they can be themselves and to feel completely safe whilst doing so. Bacon hairs are still here, but they are no longer the noob we envision. You need to actually buy the stuff in order to be a bacon hair now. This isn't really something a noob would do, so therefore the noob stereotype is kind of ruined with bacon hairs. This is something I remember talking about in my first ever video of saying goodbye to the bacon hairs, because it's gonna be super weird and maybe even a little bit sad to watch as the new avatar slowly weeds out the current number of bacon hairs around the games, but during that time it was gonna happen due to a new sign up page that the majority of people really didn't like. But that new sign up page seems to be an abandoned project now, considering it just never became an actual update that people received. But this is also what I said earlier in this video. It's gonna be a weirdly sad and strange feeling to genuinely say goodbye to these avatars that we have experienced for like 5 or 6 years now. But the conditions at which that is happening this time around is far better, because it means no one is being excluded and it's a far more friendly and inclusive option to go with. When creating a new Roblox account, you are no longer required to select a gender. The default avatar has also been changed to accommodate not having to pick a gender. Goodbye, bacon hairs. This tweet at the time I'm recording this has around 6,000 likes and over 1,000 replies, and I know I said that this did cause some drama, because it actually did, but I still have to admit that the overall response from the majority of the community is far better than I would have ever expected it to be. Of course, you have your typical edgy people who think it's super cool and funny to be like, haha, there's only 2 genders, I'm quitting Roblox if they don't bring back the bacon hairs. But I scrolled for a good 5 minutes and at least 95% of these replies are people being upset over the slow removal of bacon hair avatars, but also adding on that they are happy that Roblox are trying to be a lot more gender inclusive to ensure that they don't invalidate anyone. For sure, people can have their opinions on the avatar and the fact that it's removing bacon hair, because even I'm not so sure that I like the way the new one looks, and considering I'm so used to seeing bacon hairs around Roblox, I know for a fact that I prefer them at the moment. But whether you like the new avatar or whether you hate the new avatar, this is absolutely not an excuse to negatively comment on the gender option being removed, because that's actually a great thing for Roblox to do. The option of choosing male or female when signing up to Roblox has always just determined which avatar you get given upon entering Roblox. Other than that, it was 100% completely and utterly useless to have, and that's why it literally just doesn't matter that it still exists in your Roblox settings. It doesn't change a single thing, it doesn't determine anything, it doesn't change the experience you are going to have on this platform. It's just there for absolutely no reason, and no one really knows why, but it just doesn't do anything. Apology for bad English. Where were you when bacon hair die? I was at house eating Dorito when phone ring. Bacon hair is kill. No. And I believe that is the perfect place to end the video off. Roblox removing the requirement to select a gender when you sign up is not a big deal in the slightest, and if anything, that is actually the good part of this update. Roblox removing bacon hairs and replacing them with a new avatar that no one really seems to like the look of is slightly questionable and a little bit sad, but overall, this is also not that big of a deal and something that everyone will get over in a good week or so. But anyway, when you guys think of Roblox finally removing the bacon hairs and also removing the gender option at the same time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.